What's up? It's Mr. Samler, and we're back here with another exciting video on volume. So today we're going to do volume of multiple shapes. So if you look at the first one, it kind of looks like the house. Sorry, paused. Like I said, it kind of looks like the house. So we're going to start by getting the area of the rectangular prism, which is the bottom. So on the bottom, I'm using these numbers 28, 24, and 22. So 28 times 24 times 22. And as good as I am, I'm going to use the calculator. And I got 14,784. Right away, you could say we're going to work with some big numbers today. So that's the rectangle. Now we got to get the triangle. The triangle, we need to find the base times the height. So the base would be the 24. They're pointing at this line right here as 26. And then the height would be 22 this way. Notice we don't use the 28 for anything. You got to look at your numbers and know what you're using. So we're going to do 26 times 24 times 22, and because it's a triangle, we're going to divide it by 2. So let me use the calculator. 24 times 26 times 22 divided by 2, I find out is 6,864. So if this part is 14,784, and this part is 6,864, and we got to find the total volume, what are we going to do? That's right, we're going to add them together. So we had 6,864 plus 14,784, and you find out that you have a total of 21,648, and they're going to be in meters cubed. Alright, the second one is much easier than the first one, at least in my opinion. So we have a rectangular prism and a cube. So we're pretty much doing the same formula. Length times width times height. So the rectangular prism would be 15 times 10 times 12, 1,800. And the cube is the same number, 3 times 3 times 3, which would equal 27. And then we would add them together, which would equal 1,827 inches cubed. So hopefully I didn't go too fast. So again, the rectangular prism, I multiplied the 15, the 10, and the 12. Length times width times height. The cube, I did 3 times 3 times 3. And I added my two answers together. Alright, the third one, we have a rectangular prism and a cylinder. This looks like fun. So let's find the volume of the rectangular prism. We're going to use 10, 5, and 3. So 10 times 5 times 3. I don't know what I just did there. I put an equal sign. And now we're going to gamble that I can find the eraser again. Alright. So let's try again. 10 times 5 times 3 is 150. So that is the area of the rectangular prism. Now the volume. And now we're going to do the volume of the cylinder. Remember, the cylinder, we get the area of the circle, radius, radius, pi, and we multiply it by the height, which looks like is 4. So let me do all that. It would be 50.24. So again, to get the total volume, we have 150 and 50.24. We would add those together. And our final answer would be 200.24. And I am not rounding this. Do not round in your answers if that's an option. I don't want you to get them wrong, unless it tells you to round. Alright, the last one. We're finding the volume of a cube, which is really easy. So it tells you that one edge length is 7.3. Well, we know for volume we need 3 numbers, so they only gave us 1, so what would the other numbers be? Well, think about a cube. What do you know about a cube? Ah, that's right. They're all equal. So if one's 7.3, the second one's 7.3, and the third one's 7.3. Good thinking. So we'd multiply 7.3 times 7.3 times 7.3. And we would get 389.017. And again, it would be in inches cubed. All right. Hopefully you feel good about volume. And that's it. So, Samler out. Yo.